us all about this new initiative of the Energy Department, the Oras Natin sa Efficiency Campaign or ONE. What prompted the department to launch this campaign at this time?
Well, as you know, the president, no less than the president, declared the state of national energy emergency last month. And one of the things that the president instructed, he called on government to lead by example to really reduce the electricity and fuel consumption. So born out of this, we've been working with our colleagues from within and without government. And the idea really is to get the message across. Energy efficiency or energy conservation is about habit. We need to start being more mindful of how we use energy, whether fuel or electricity. So that is also the reason why we started this program. Because we've seen just this year, in the last Earth Hour, we were able to save 145 megawatts just by switching off non-essential lights. So the message of ONE or Oras Natin sa efficiency is very simple. Each and every Filipino has a part to play to contribute to nation building. And nation building starts by using our resources more wisely. And it just starts by switching your lights, or more importantly, when there's, if you're not using your appliances, there's a power strip, switch it off or unplug those appliances. You know, for a typical household, we've been saying there are items there are appliances that if we just go around, switch it off or unplug, you can save as much as 100, 200, and 300 pesos. So that's the simple message of this. If we do this on a weekly basis, it becomes a habit. We are reminded. And I think that's the ultimate goal of this program.
You're right, sir, because a lot of people hear about this habit, this practice of unplugging appliances, even especially when they're not in use. Kasi marami po sa atin, di ba, iniiwan na lang po natin naka-plug para madali na lang siya buksan. But we can actually save a lot by unplugging them.
That's correct. Actually, based on studies of the Department of Energy, appliances that have standby power on a typical household, if you just count them and you switch it off, if you're really not using them, you can save as much as 100 pesos. Especially right now, there's a lot of appliances that we're not aware that we're consuming so much electricity. But now that we're also in the summer, hot, dry season, we're also reminding the public that to stay cool doesn't mean that you'll get angry or hot in terms of your electric bill. So we always remind the public that when you switch on your aircon, set it at the right thermostat. The ideal thermostat setting is 24 degrees Celsius. People, sometimes complain. 24 is a little bit hot. Now, here are some additional tips that the DOE would like to point out. Number one, make sure that the aircon filter is cleaned regularly. Also, make sure that your aircon is also serviced at least once a year. If you do have an electric fan, at the onset, you can switch it on, point it to your direction. Make sure also the electric fan, LEC is also clean. So just doing these little things will save you, genuinely save you the cost. Because for every degree lower than 24 degrees, that's an additional 10% in cost. So to put things in perspective, if you were to spend 1,000 pesos because your setting is already at 22 or 20 degrees Celsius, if you just bump it up to 24 degrees Celsius, you can save as much as 200, 300, or even 400 pesos. So that's the message of this. We do invite everyone to visit the social media pages of the department, also our partner distribution utilities. And as part of the story, just recently, SM, the largest retailer in the country, expressed support to the program, and you'll be hearing and seeing the tips on Oras Natin sa efficiency in SM malls in the coming days.
And that's very important, sir, because a lot of households nowadays are really feeling the burden of their higher electricity bills, especially because it is summer. But aside from air conditioning units, are there other appliances that would consume the more electricity and power? And I'm also curious, since we're talking about Oras Natin sa efficiency, is there any specific time of the day where certain appliances would consume more power?
Okay, In terms of consumption, the peak demand or the highest portion where almost collectively people consume is typically for Luzon, it's in the daytime, during the weekday, from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. That's why as a practical advice, we've been saying para doon sa ating mga ilaw ng tahanan and those who's doing the house chores, let's try to do the ironing, the laundry, the washing. Let's do it outside those hours because that's the peak demand, let's say for Luzon. For Visayas and Mindanao, it's in the evening. Actually, it's from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. But at any given time, what we're saying is that if we shift the load to cooler times, there's going to be lesser consumption. And another tip that the DOE is promoting, even if it's oras natin sa efficiency, is that the government has streamlined the process for renewable energy. So you can put up your own solar in your rooftops, and the process for net metering has been cut down from 20 days to 10 days. So there's a lot of opportunities for our people not only to practice energy efficiency but to also choose renewable energy. For the processes, for the streamlined processes for renewable energy, you can again visit the DOE website. If there are complaints of continuous delay, you can report those through the eGov app dun sa e-report function.
Well, speaking of renewable energy, sir, for those considering solar power, is now the right time to invest? Because a lot of families are still quite hesitant because of the upfront cost. I mean, let's face it, it's quite expensive. Solar panels could range from 100,000 pesos to as high as maybe 1 million if you're really powering a big house.
So in terms for renewable energy, for government, fortunately, the GSIS has launched a program for government employees to be able to take out a loan at low interest, payable over a 3 to 5 year period. Now, for private individuals, there are options also to take out low interest loans, either to private banks or also through Pag-ibig. Because Pag-ibig is also offering home improvement loans. Now the question is, if what is now is the right time? Of course, yesterday was the right time to switch to renewable. But our advice to our kababayan is that they're considering, make sure that the installer that you're talking to provides you with an audit. You want to right size the installation because if you oversize your installation, the payback period also gets delayed. And please take advantage of the expedited processing right now for net metering. Net metering is a program that allows us consumers to be prosumers, meaning we don't only consume, we also produce electricity that's excess to us. So now is an opportune time. And for a typical household, what we're saying is that an installation of anywhere from 3 all the way to 10 kilowatt peak might be ideal. Of course, always go with an accredited or licensed installer. Follow the Philippine electrical requirements. Don't do renegade installations because if you're connected to the community, there are safety considerations also that we have to factor in.
Well, I know the Department of Energy wants the government to take the lead here. It is supporting proposals to require renewable energy systems in government buildings. But how realistic is that, sir, to be implemented in the near future?
Well, we've been championing it. There have been measures in both the Philippine Senate and the House of Representatives towards this end. What we've been highlighting there is that it's very laudable that there's a push for more installations for solar or renewable energy in the government sector. But of course, we also have to be a bit more practical. Coordination with the distribution utilities and electric cooperatives remain a key consideration. And more importantly, if the buildings are not designed at the onset, some retrofitting might be required. So this is what we've communicated to the legislator, that if they do consider passing these measures, they also have to put in the necessary resources. But by way of potential, there have been studies that indicated that the Philippine government facilities can have as little or as much as 1,000 megawatts of potential solar installations for the rooftops just by the rooftops themselves. So government is really seriously considering in putting up on the part of the Department of Energy, we've been doing demonstration projects. And to date, I think we've done installations close to about half a megawatt already in key government facilities. So it's really proven that it can be done. But of course, we have to take it on a case-to-case basis and make sure that the installations are a match to the government facilities.
And going back to Filipino households, sir, many are still actually confused when it comes to their electricity bills. What should a family, let's say, look at first if they want to understand why their bills have increased?
Well, of course, this has been subject of a lot of discussions in the past couple of weeks, actually. But under the law, under EPIRA, all line items are indicated in your electric bill. As already is explained, the biggest portion of our bill really is on generation. That's why the Department of Energy, through the leadership, of course, of Secretary Garin and no less than the President, the marching order from day one was very clear. Let's increase the share of renewable energy. And to date, part of that directive, we've accelerated the entry of renewable energy in the Philippines. In fact, the country is now ranked as either second or in the top 5 of the most attractive places to invest on renewable energy. So our future, of course, is to make sure that the share of renewable energy increases because that shields us from imported fuels. But at the same time, again, going back to oras natin sa efficiency, the practical things that households and businesses can do is to be more wise or more efficient in how they consume electricity and fuel. And these are the things that oras natin or one chooses to espouse and make a habit of for Filipinos. So the biggest tip that we can provide is that go do a round of mini audit of your household. Take a look at the appliances that you use. You'll be surprised. There are things or appliances that are consuming energy or on standby that you don't really use. Unplug them or switch them off and see in the next billing cycle a reduction in your electricity bills.
Oo, yung mga nagiiwan ng charger na nakakabit, sir, no, baka pwedeng hugutin na lang muna yan because it still consumes power. But finally, I wanted to go back to this one campaign, sir, no, kasi maganda talaga yan. Earth Hour is something that we usually celebrate and observe annually, but through this one campaign of the Energy Department, it's something that we can practice weekly. But do you see this being scaled up eventually, something that Filipinos can practice maybe every day or maybe even observe not just an hour of energy savings, but baka pwede pa pong 2-3 hours in a day?
Actually, that's the hope really, is that, by setting aside 1 hour every Saturday from 8 to 9 p.m., it becomes logical or a habit for every Filipino now to say, hey, I can do this a lot more frequently. And at least for our initial partner, the SM malls, they've indicated that they will practice this oras natin sa efficiency not just for 1 hour. They will always practice it in their malls. And incidentally, responding to the call of the government to be more efficient, our private sector, particularly the malls, have already generated substantial savings. We've monitored that the reduction in mall operating hours, the observance of 24 degrees Celsius, and the switching off also of non-essential appliances also on the buildings of the malls have contributed to a significant reduction already. And they've been practicing this not just on just 1 hour. They've been doing this since the start of the national energy emergency. So it's a very practical consideration. So I urge everyone to take stock. It's just 1 hour every Saturday from 8 to 9 p.m. Join us for Oras Natin sa Efficiency. 1 hour, 1 energy, 1 nation.